Have you ever watched a movie that feels like it's pulling you into another world? One that takes you out of where you are and makes everything around you feel more exciting, more magical, and full of wonder? A place where the colors are brighter, the sounds are clearer, and even the smallest details feel special. You forget about everything else, where you are, what's going on around you, and for a little while, it's just you and the story. You feel lighter, happier, like the world is full of possibilities. It's amazing how a movie can make you feel things you didn't expect. It can make you laugh, cry, or sit in silence, just taking it all in. Sometimes it stays with you long after it's over, like the feeling hasn't left your chest yet. It's powerful. It makes you feel more alive, more connected, and like the world is a little more beautiful than before.
And so, you carry that feeling with you, that spark, that excitement, that inspiration. You start looking up different ideas, trying to figure out how you can make others feel the same way you did after watching or experiencing something amazing. It's such an exciting stage. You feel like anything is possible. You check out other people's work and it pushes you even more. Makes you want to create something of your own. Something that could make someone else feel just as inspired. You start jotting down ideas, figuring out how they connect. Bit by bit, you piece everything together, turning your scattered thoughts into one clear and organized plan. It's exciting to see your ideas start to take shape. And finally, you reach a stage where you actually start working on your idea. You sit at your laptop day and night with ideas just flowing one after another. It feels incredible, like everything is coming together and you're in the zone. Your creativity just keeps going and it's like nothing can stop you. You feel on top of the world, like you're doing something that really matters. There's no better feeling than being able to create freely, without overthinking or holding back, just letting your imagination take over and seeing where it leads you. But then, out of nowhere, that flow you were in just disappears. All the ideas stop, and suddenly you're left with nothing but a huge question mark. You stare at a blank screen, no ideas to be found. It's like your mind has gone quiet, and you don't know where to turn or what to do next. Suddenly, the movie that inspired you now feels overwhelming. The wonder is gone, and instead, you feel stuck. Like all that potential is just out of reach. All the ideas you have feel completely jumbled, like nothing fits together. Every thought you write down just seems messy or doesn't make any sense. You try to organize them, but no matter what you do, it all just feels like trash. You hit every creator's worst nightmare, art block. More crumpled papers than fresh ones, more bad ideas than good. You sit at your laptop for days, but there's nothing. Different day, same struggle, over and over again. Every time you try, it feels like you're getting nowhere. And slowly, frustration builds until you just can't take it anymore. You want to escape this feeling, that heavy, hopeless feeling that you can't create. So you do everything you can to avoid it. Scrolling, watching videos, cleaning. Anything except creating. Anything to distract yourself from the fact that you can't seem to make anything. It's a never-ending loop where the days blur together and you wonder if you'll ever break out of it. But even when things get really frustrating, the spark to create never goes away. Every artist hits a wall like this, but somehow they find a way to push through and get their creativity flowing again.
They're like, oh, someone said no to something like that before, so I don't know. Well, this way. And I'm like, bro, get out the gutter. Worst come to worst, it's a no, but let's at least try and then fail.
All we can do is make something good and put it out and hope for the best. And that's all there is.
Yeah, so many different ideas that didn't work, and it's okay.
You can't second guess your own taste for what someone else is going to like. It won't be good.
Right.
You know, we're not smart enough to know what someone else is going to like. You know, to make something, well, I don't really like it, but I think this group of people like it. So it's a bad way to play the game of music or art.
And if the other thing I would say is that if you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth. And when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting.
When you're stuck in a creative block, it's really easy to get trapped in your own head, thinking you just have to force ideas to come. But honestly, that rarely works. Sometimes the best thing you can do is take a break, go outside, hang out with friends, watch a movie, listen to music, or just notice what's going on around you. Inspiration can come from the smallest things, a random conversation, a song, or even just a little moment that makes you stop and think. Taking a break doesn't mean you're giving up. It just gives your brain a chance to recharge. And when you come back to your project, ideas start flowing again, often in ways you never expected. Being creative isn't just about working hard, it's also about giving yourself space to notice things and let the world spark something inside of you.
And the truth is, every creator goes through this. The blocks, the frustration, the sparks that come back. I wanted to see how other artists deal with it, how they find inspiration and what keeps them going. Let's hear their stories.
To me, creativity is something similar to acts of service, where I don't have to say it, but I can express it through doing something. And like, often I'm a person who's not very good at communication, so creativity is often a form of expression, like expression of love for me.
Creativity to me is something that helps me regulate my emotions. So anytime I feel any sort of extreme emotion, creativity is this kind of escapism that I use to regulate it and to control it. In a way, it kind of helps me, it helps give me a better clarity on what I'm feeling. And in another sense, it's just one of the reasons why I really can survive life. I don't know. Yeah.
I think creativity to me is something that's undefined and something that's not structured. Since it's like a very broader term that includes a lot of things, we can apply it in a lot of different applications, and in our everyday lives we apply it on like different things. It could be decision making, or in art, or in cooking, or small things that we do in every day. So like it kind of leads us to a better thinking and better understanding of the world and how we view it. So it's very important to me, and it defines us and makes our thinking better.
I think creativity is often unplanned, and it comes to me in a spur of the moment. Like example, editing reels. Like I get the ideas then and there, and I start doing it. Or like something clicks and I have to make something for my friend. Something reminds me of my friend, and then I make something new. So yeah, so it doesn't have to be something planned, but it comes to me in that moment.
For me, there's no specific way on how I go about my creativity. It's just in the spur of the moment. Like, as I mentioned before, anytime I feel some sort of extreme emotions, I just use it and invest it in some form of creative work, be it in the form of painting or writing or drawing, all of that. So there's, at least for me, there's no real way to go about it. It just happens.
Okay, so I have like 5 points under that, and that's how I work it out. So the first point is observe. So basically, I observe things. Maybe it can be when I walk down the street, or when I'm listening to music, or when I'm watching a movie or a CD. I observe small things. Let it be in music, let it be a word or something that I imagine, or when I'm walking down, it can be something like a cat or a person. And when I'm watching a movie, it can be anything in the whole movie or the movement or something that makes me feel like, okay, I've got an idea over there, like brings out a spark in me. So second point is the way I think, or the way I ask So basically, I might ask my friend, like, this is my idea. What do you think about it? And like, what if it works out? What if it doesn't work out? And how it can be done in that way, or how it can be put in that way. So these are my questions that I think in my head. The third thing is how I imagine it. So basically, I let my mind explore and feel like new things in my head, so I can draw it or I can design it, and I can see how my mind wants it to look like, so the other person also can feel like what I see the thing. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and there's nothing perfect, so it can be a little wonky and stuff, but still it's how you imagine stuff. The second thing is how I experiment with it. So basically, it's like trying out different ideas with the same imagination, like making it look different with the color, with the background. So yeah, I experiment with it. And the last of all is how I learnt throughout this journey of the process. Some things did come out well, some things didn't come out well, and the whole thing just made me feel happy at the end with what I wanted to do. So this is my process.
For me, creativity, it's not something that's like that I assign a time for it. It just comes with the flow. It could be when I'm alone or when I'm with people. Sometimes when I look at things, you know how we perceive things, it sometimes like reminds us or makes us think what the vision is for us, and we try to like put that down either like on art or through photography. For me, it's mostly watercoloring and sketching, and I draw the inspirations from Pinterest, Instagram Reels, or it could be even real life objects. Like I love flowers and like floral things, so whenever I look at flowers, I always try to like paint them or draw them in a way that I like.
What do I do when I get stuck? Often I just wait for it to come back again, like for the ideas to come back again. Or like I look at the inspiration on Pinterest or something like that.
Get stuck. In creativity, it's more of a like, I would rather take a break than just push myself to go like, no, I have to complete it. Let's just say like mid-works, I don't feel it anymore. I wouldn't push myself to, because that's when creativity ends, and that's when forcing yourself do work actually kills the whole aspect of creativity. So I take a minute, I pause, and I get back to it when I'm again having similar emotions or something. So I feel like I make more use of creativity in that way rather than pushing it and forcing it from my side. So yeah.
When I get stuck, I make sure that I take a like proper break from it before getting back to it, because for me, if I continue when I get stuck or feel like I can't do it anymore, I know it's gonna be bad for me. So like I make sure I get like proper space or like proper relaxed mind before doing it again, because I do art so that I do put in the creativity so that I can relax, but then it should not stress me out. So for that, I try to like switch my activity and come back to it again.
Listening to all these creators, you realize you're not alone. Everyone goes through ups and downs, doubts and blocks. It's part of the process, but it's also part of what makes creating so rewarding. No matter how stuck you feel, you can find your way back. You just have to be patient, open to inspiration, and believe that the ideas will come again.